Welcome to Liberty with the brand new Samsung Galaxy NX camera here that was introduced today, which is quite beautiful as you can see. It looks like a standard SLR, but we have on the back a huge 4.8-inch screen with full HD, I guess. And they didn't actually have resolution, but what we have is an electronic viewfinder with SVGA resolution and lots of features which I will go around with you. But you can of course compare it also to the Samsung Galaxy Zoom, which you can see actually here. It's a lot smaller, more compact, and the price will be I think 1/3, but that's actually not our theme right now. So let's just check out the device. We have of course here a little flash button. There's not too much buttons actually on the device. You can here set the sharpness of the screen for your eyes. If you don't want to use your glasses, I think, then we have two microphones on the left, top left and right, on and off switch. And what we also have here is you can rotate this to set all your settings, but you can also press it in to select the setting, which is of course quite nice. We have here the video start button and a shutter. On the right side there's actually nothing, since you have to hold the camera there, but on the other side we have here the micro USB for charging actually. Let me just open that up. So micro USB for charging and micro HDMI, and the micro USB looks actually like it would be MHL, but I'm not sure about that right now. And we have a headphone microphone in one solution, and you can of course change the lens, which has of course in this case some extra buttons, but I mean that this is the standard Samsung NX lens series, so that's of course quite nice. From the front you can see that we have the Samsung Galaxy NX standing right there, and here this little flash, but otherwise nothing special. You can put or open up the flash right here and also add an extra flash here on this shoe. Now on the bottom of course you can use a stand, which is necessary for better shots but not necessary if you don't want to use it. Otherwise micro USB, and here's the special thing, LTE. Not only 3G but LTE, and actually the battery, if you take that out, 2330 milliamps is what they told me. Actually now I see it's 4360. That's even a lot more, so wow, huge battery. I hope we can do a lot of videos with this. Maybe we will buy this also, since this is of course looking quite beautiful. And now I see just another feature. This is actually opening up all the way this way, so this won't break off here, which is again, wow, that's a quite nice feature that Samsung thought of, since I think a lot of people already broke the camera bottom parts off. And now just let's turn it on and see how the Android looks on this, and I hope there's actually battery in this. Okay, it's turning on. It's also called the EKGN120, this is of course quite interesting, since there's Android Jelly Bean 4.2.2 installed with a custom system. So the touch wizard is on here, and of course a lot of preset features of course, so you don't have to know anything about cameras if you don't want to do beautiful pictures. And yeah, well, let's see how it's turning on. There's also of course your status LED, and for example you can see right away we are in the camera mode, but I can go here to the Android home mode if I just do this swiping, and then we are right here again where we have every Android feature for us that we would like. And of course you get 50 gigs of free Dropbox, but just by pressing the shutter button you can go right away back in to the camera mode. Or should, yeah, there we go. As you can see, whoa, I just took a picture actually also, so the flash opened by itself, so that's not only mechanic but it can open up also. And let me show you some features here, for example the different modes here. There is over 30 modes, which is quite nice, but if you are too lazy to choose one, you can just tell it to give you the 5 ideal shots for right now, or ideal modes. And one of the most interesting modes is maybe the kids mode, where if you hit the shutter button it will give you out some interesting noises, like a cat. Here just some weird noises really, which are of course quite interesting to wake up the baby, to make it look at you and then maybe do better shots. But there's of course lots and lots of other ones. As you can see here, I can just slowly go through this till we go again back to the kids mode. So there is a 20 megapixel camera in here, actually a sensor in here, which is quite nice. So we went all the way through, and I can actually choose it by rotating this, as I already said, and just pressing the button. And now I have for the example the vignette, where it gets a little bit dark around the edges. Otherwise, of course, you have the manual mode and lots of other modes, but I think manual is again interesting for professionals, where you can see here on the top that you can choose different apertures and so on and so on. Okay, we just change the mode here, and then you can just change here, for example, the ISO on top. and so on and so on. The touchscreen is of course quite nice, but for most people it might be kind of annoying, and what I miss is also you cannot open up the screen, but that would make it maybe even more expensive. So thank you very much for watching. This was the short little hands-on with the brand new Samsung Galaxy NX camera coming out soon. No price yet, but the lenses are of course already available, and of course really interesting also for 3D people, since you can use a single lens, a 3D lens with this one also. Till next time, peace and again, my name is Balazs.